implemented. And this is so important that people realize this, and it's why it's so important that people go back to the roots of America and to what makes America so great, which is why I think the slogan that President Trump came up with, the tagline, "Make America Great Again," was so powerful, because they have done everything to sever the American people from understanding why the country is so unique, why the American experiment was such a gift to mankind. And just look at the state of the education system. You have a couple of generations, they cannot even tell you what happened in 1776. And this is important not just for them, but primarily for them, because it rests upon the shoulders of American people to fight for their country and to make America independent again. And so I'm all for MAGA, but also part of the work that I do is to help people understand why making America independent again, independent from all these globalist forces and these dark forces, the people that have taken over and created the deep state, why it's so important to have this knowledge in order to fight it. Because you need to reclaim your country, you need to reclaim your government, you need to reclaim your institutions, dismantle the ones that are illegitimate, like the FBI. The FBI has been operating illegitimately for 115 years. It was created unconstitutionally by the Theodore Roosevelt administration, by his Attorney General, Charles Bonaparte. Congress had rejected a proposal for such a institution. It was created anyway, and ever since, the FBI has been targeting American citizens, more particularly patriots who understand what it means to be an American and what the founding fathers sought to achieve in terms of enshrining unalienable rights. And what we've been looking at is the systematic erosion of these rights for the American people. And to come back to your question, I'm sorry that was a long-winded answer, but 9/11 very much was used and weaponized against the American people in order to justify the encroachment of their rights. And I think it's so obvious. You had very prescient voices back then that were sounding the alarm. We should have listened to them. But now, 22 years later, it's unmistakable. And it's frankly disgusting and distressing to see how they've inverted this whole narrative that they created about the war on terror, and they've inverted it, and now they are waging a war. They are waging a war on terror against the American people.
That's exactly right. We're coming up on a break, but when we come back, I want to segue into that very topic. How the forces that were created, the national security state, the institutions that were developed in the wake of 9/11 have now been turned and unleashed on the American people. Coming up next, Noor bin Ladin. More.